Thanks for joining us today on 7 Report for our first look at the PANGU tank, brand new from Kangertech. Kangertech continues their breakneck pace of new product releases with the PANGU tank. Now, Kangertech describes the PANGU as a new design, new features, new experience. The PANGU is a top-filling 3.5 ml capacity tank with adjustable airflow and ejuice flow, and what Kangertech refers to as a condensation reclamation system, which is supposed to reduce condensation by up to 99%. So what we're going to do is switch the camera angles, open the box, get a look at what's inside, go over some of the specs and how you replace the coils. We'll fill it up with ejuice, let it soak for a minute or two because these coils are organic cotton. We want to make sure we prime them fully. And then come back to this angle and give it a very first vape. Brand new from Kangertech, the PANGU tank. This is how the PANGU comes packaged. You get the tank with one coil installed, a replacement coil, replacement Pyrex reservoir with an additional set of seal rings inside. Now, the heart of any tank is the coil. And Kangertech has designed a brand new coil for the PANGU. They call it the PGOCC. That stands for PANGU Organic Cotton Coil. It's part of the Clean Hands Coil Replacement System. The coil and the chimney are a single unit. You can see here that, if you're going to be able to see down in there too well or not, if I can get the light to play nice. The coil is attached directly to the chimney and the whole thing is replaceable. They have included 2 PGOCCs with the PANGU. The one that's installed in the tank is the 0.5 ohm stainless steel coil, and it comes with a replacement 1.5 ohm nichrome replacement coil. Also included that the tank and the Pyrex tank and the extra set of rings. Now, the coil itself, how it's the clean hand system, you pop that palm drip tip off and you can see that the chimney of the coil system extends beyond the top of the tank, and it's covered by your drip tip. Now, to swap out your coils, all you do is unscrew the PGOCC from the tank and then lift it out. And to put a new one in, you just would reverse that process. Now, Kangertech recommends when the tank has ejuice in it to swap out the coil. You do it with it upside down. We'll give that a try once we get some ejuice in here. And then to put a new coil in, you just put it down in the center of the tank and screw it in until it seats right, nice and tight. There we go. Now, to fill the tank, you would take off the drip tip first, and then you unscrew that top cover, and it'll just pop out of there pretty easy. And you put your ejuice down inside. Now, Kangertech does recommend that you close that ejuice flow port before you fill the tank with ejuice. And that is pretty much the tank. So what we're going to do is take this coil out so I can prime it a little bit. Then we're going to fill the tank, allow it to soak in, put it on a mod, and come back and do a very first vape. So let's go ahead and get that coil back out of there. Again, just unscrew it and pull it out. I'm going to set this down. Get my ejuice here. We're going to be using from Juicy Juice, provided by our friends at vapes.com, Cinnamon Mini Donuts ejuice. And to prime it, we're just going to put a drop or two of ejuice on the cotton that is visible through the ports and then put it back inside the tank. Screw it in. Then we're going to make sure that that ejuice port is closed. This is easier to do if you actually have it sitting on a mod. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to attach it to the Kangertech K-Box 160. I'll show you. Once it's on a mod, it's easier to spin the whole, oh, don't want to take the tank off. Spin it so that the cotton's not visible, so that you know it's closed. Then we're going to go ahead and put the ejuice in there and only take it up to right here where that top cover sits. We don't want to overflow it. We'll put a little bit more in there. It's 3.5 mil capacity. And it looks like it ought to do. Now we're going to replace the top cover, or put it back on rather. Snap it down in there good and then spin it till it's on nice and snug. Because we don't want that dripping. That should be good. There we go, that's on there nice and good. Now the drip tip just snaps back into place. Well, they say you can hold it upside down to swap out your coil. I'm not seeing leakage anywhere. And that is pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is open up the ejuice flow port, first of all. Make sure that we're allowing that coil to saturate. So when you can see the cotton, it's wide open. That also, if you know well, you're going to be able to see that, there's some control on the airflow as well. When it's open, the ejuice flow is open and vice versa. So that should be fully open on both the airflow and the ejuice. We're going to let that sit for a couple of minutes, make sure that cotton is nice and saturated, and set the K-Box 160 for stainless steel because that's the coil we have in there. Give it a vape. The Kangertech PANGU tank. All right, we have the PANGU tank attached to the Kangertech K-Box 160. The stainless steel 0.5 ohm stainless steel coil is installed. We've let the coil soak very well, so it should be nice and saturated with the e-juice. Today we're using Cinnamon Mini Donuts e-juice from Juicy e-juice that was supplied to us by our friends at vapes.com. So we've set it stainless steel, 375 degrees Fahrenheit to start with, and it is reading this coil as a 0.57 ohm coil. Let's go ahead and give this a very first vape. That's not too bad for 375 degrees. The coil, sometimes you get these cotton coils and they take, you know, half a tank or whatever, get broken and have a little bit of an off taste to them, but the draw is a little tight. Vapor production, not bad. It's not the biggest amount of vapor I've seen, but not bad. Let's take this up. Let's take this up to 385. Take it up 10 degrees. That has increased the vapor production a fair amount. Again, the draw a little bit tight on this, but if you like a warmer, tighter draw, you're really going to enjoy that. The flavor is really good. Those cotton coils generally do that. These are the new PG OCC for PANGU Organic Cotton Coil. Let's go ahead and take it up 15 degrees to 400 and see how we do. That is pretty good. I kind of like this. 3.5 mil capacity, top fill, the clean hands coil replacement system, and supposedly a lot less condensation because of the condensation reclamation system that they have built into this new design on the PANGU tank. Oh, that flavor is really good. Well, that's it. Our first look at the PANGU tank from Kangertech. Not yet available. It's available for pre-order. And I've not heard back yet from any of 7 Report review product suppliers. I always like to give them first crack at links to where you can purchase this. I've seen it. I think it's like $19.80 on Kangertech's website. And I'll put a link to their website in the description section of this video on our YouTube channel and the article on our website, 7report.com. But my guess is that's the manufacturer's suggested retail price. You're going to be able to find it for a little bit less money than that somewhere else. Thanks again to our friends at Kangertech. They have just been tremendous about putting out new products and making sure 7 Report gets every one of them for review, oftentimes when they're only available for pre-order, as is the case with the PANGU tank. And thank you so much for being with us today on 7 Report. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out the entire website too, 7report.com. We update both the YouTube channel, the website all the time. Hardware, ejuice reviews, informative articles, and a whole lot more. So I hope that you will keep coming back. And we will be doing a full in-depth review on the PANGU tank. I'm going to use this pretty extensively over the next week or two and then come back with a full in-depth review. If you follow 7 Report on Twitter or on Facebook, and I hope you do, you'll be notified that way when that review has been posted. Again, thank you so much for being with us today on 7 Report.